morning and welcome to NewsNet Baton Rouge. Today we are at the press club meeting where Adam Knapp, President and CEO of the Baton Rouge Area Chamber, talks to the press club about his plans about thinking bigger in 2019 for Baton Rouge. While the year did start off with several companies closing and Zachary effectively losing approximately 824 jobs in Louisiana, Knapp talked about how the community came together to combat this regional impact and how Louisiana plans on improving and continuing down the right path.
Now that if all we talked about today were layoffs or ITEP or negative news, that we would be missing the forest for the trees for what has been happening in the Baton Rouge area right now. And that forest right now is a very resilient economy with a significant foundation for growth and something that BRAC has been focused on. What we want to make sure is that we take a moment, take a breath, and focus on those things, those indicators and the progress. And I'd say it's been a hell of a year for progress. And some of the outcomes that we want to highlight for you include these. Over the last year, our region saw $1.7 billion in announced new capital investment in our 9-parish area. Our team worked with over 15 projects on their decisions in the Baton Rouge area, and those attributed to securing, either retaining or creating over 1,000 direct permanent jobs throughout the 9-parish region, and that will attribute to $55 million in new annual payroll in our communities. Those include not just East Baton Rouge Parish, but again, reinforcing our regionalism. Those also included projects in Ascension Parish, Iberville Parish, West Baton Rouge, and even East Feliciana that saw either expansions or new project announcements happening in their communities. Another great indicator, through November, the Baton Rouge area has grown at 1.4% in non-farm jobs, attributing to 5,700 new jobs that have been created year over year in our regional economy. That's continued growth. What's also interesting that we noted is that it represents an all-time high in total non-farm employment in the Baton Rouge area, a point that could be lost amidst the noise and news of the last month. Our area unemployment rate is at 4%, a very low unemployment rate for our community, lower still than the state's unemployment rate, which stays right now at 4.5%. We also have seen, and we loved this statistic, and we talked about it last month, over the last decade, median household incomes in our community grew at 29%, which is a faster rate of increase than the state of Louisiana. When you average our peer communities that Baton Rouge competes with in the South, it exceeds their rate of increase for median household income. Communities like Birmingham or Mobile or Louisville, Kentucky with their famous Bourbon Trail, it also exceeds that of the United States as a whole. Regional household incomes in the Baton Rouge area actually reached their highest point as of the last reported number back in 2016 at $57,000. We also saw progress on some of our key policy goals last year. We've highlighted for a number of years, in fact, it's ranked six years in a row as the number one concern of business, the issue of traffic and transportation in the Baton Rouge area. Well, we sit here a year later after we talked about this last year, that 2018 was really the first year in over a decade that we saw incredible progress on transportation. In fact, we've seen now over $1.5 billion in project funding, either announced, secured, or actually under construction in the 9-parish area. That includes the I-10 widening in Ascension Parish, the Terrace Street exit addition to I-110, which addresses the Washington Street bottleneck and that infamous one-lane challenge that's nationally known for I-10. It also includes what happened just over a year ago when the governor announced the Garvey bond funding for $360 million to expand I-10 between the split and the bridge, a project, while it still is going through the environmental review process, is a shot in the arm for probably the most important transportation project that we've been highlighting for a very long time. And of course it includes the Move BR initiative of the mayor and the Metro Council, which put it on the ballot. I think we'll have a lot of progress this year. I truly think that we're headed in the right direction. And I think we have a lot of what we need to make significant progress as we move forward toward that significant hallmark year of 2020.
For more information on the improvements of the Baton Rouge area, contact Adam Knapp with the Baton Rouge Area Chamber at 225-381-7125. For Baton Rouge NewsNet, I'm Courtney Bruno.